Hey, what's going on? I'm Whit, and today I've got an unboxing of a Tandorio homage to the 62 Mas. And if you're triggered because I didn't say 62 Mas or 62 MAS, there you go. I said all three now. But this was Seiko's first professional grade diver from 1965. There have been other Seiko versions since then, including last year. And Tandorio has got a titanium spin on this homage. This is the TD247. I've got the PT5000 movement in here. Look at that domed crystal. We're gonna have light reflections all over on this video. Wow, it is super light. You can definitely tell it's titanium. I mean, it's only got this rubber strap on it, no bracelet, but man, I can feel the lightness immediately. Yeah, see, there's the movement. We'll come back here in a bit. Let's get around to the front side, though, and see that dial. Beautiful, huh? Now, you should know immediately, too, that you can get their version of their watches with a completely sterile dial, or you can take it like this, which has got the Tandorio logo and automatic and the water resistance here on the dial. And this is a gray sunray dial, and they've also got it available in blue and black. So let me tell you what I know about this. Again, titanium case, and you've got drilled lugs. It looks to be kind of a more of a sandblasted type finish because I don't see any brushing there. I guess I should zoom in a little. It's kind of a satin finish, but it's also a little smoother than sandblasted. And we caught that it is a rubber strap. This is just silicone. You can see there is a little bit of lint or dust on it, so not FKM. And it is just got one floating keeper, rather wide though, and a sterile tang and buckle, which is done in stainless steel rather than titanium. That's a double dome sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating. You can see a little bit of that blue hue on it right now. That's a boxed sapphire crystal as well. Look how much it sticks above the top of the bezel. That's going to add a lot to the overall thickness of this watch, which we'll get that measurement here in just a bit. You've got a screw down crown with some decent knurling that looks to match the coin edge style that is on the edge of the bezel as well. It's unsigned. Screw down case back. Let's get that sticker off of there. We know it's a PT5000 inside now, so let's just get rid of the sticker. Oh yeah. Ah, cool. Looks like they've got the Great Wave on the case back, and then you see some specs around the outside edge of that as well. Water resistant, 300 meters, sapphire crystal, automatic movement, and titanium. Back around to the front side, let's give this bezel a go. This is a ceramic bezel insert, and I love how crisp the print is on that insert as well. All the numerals and the hash marks look very vivid. Nice white contrast against that black ceramic. And this is a 120 click unidirectional bezel. The action is a little sloppy. It's kind of hard to turn. I mean, not difficult like in it's resisting me, but it just doesn't feel smooth. Let's check. Yeah, a little bit of back play too. I mean, a good half a click to a click. So yeah, it's a little sloppy bezel action, but at least everything lines up correctly. Yeah, it feels decent in long strides, but just short movements, it's a little sloppy. The grip is good though. You can grab that from everywhere. Okay, I touched on the movement. You can get this watch in a NH35, or I opted for the PT5000, which is a clone of the ETA 2824-2, and it's got 25 joules, beats at 28,800 vibrations per hour, or 4 hertz, has about a 38-hour power reserve, hacking seconds, automatic and hand winding, and the quick set date. Now, what's great about this movement is right off the shelf, as available to third-party vendors such as Tandorio, it's got a stated accuracy of plus to minus 12 seconds per day. Here's a glimpse of it on my time grapher with just one pass through and one position dial up. And let me just get you some tight shots of the dial now before I get into other areas of this unboxing. So from a distance, you can see that riot. It's kind of just a plain gray riot, which it really stands out. But by the time you kind of get to a side profile, it disappears from the distortion of the crystals. So I don't know. So dead on overhead shot, you get a little more of it. Again, it's hard to see with the reflections of the light here, but Yeah, it kind of stands out to me. So if you're somebody that's really particular about riots, like if a big plain riot is a deal breaker to you, this one could be. But like I said, it does tend to disappear from the crystal distortions. But again, this is a dark gray sunburst dial. And then you've just got Tandorio and automatic 300 meters printed on the dial above and below the pinion. You see that nice framed date window there. The handset and the indices match as far as their polished surrounds go. And then the handset has brushwork on the tips and the counterbalance, with the exception of that seconds hand, which is high polished throughout. Okay, still to come is the wrist shot and loom shot, but first let's get the measurements so you know what we're dealing with here. It's about 41 millimeters in diameter, which is what's listed on their website. 50.2 millimeters lug to lug distance, 20 millimeter lug width, and a thickness of 15.1 millimeters. And again, you've got that domed crystal that sticks up nice and proud, and then the bottom of the case back is rather large as well. The actual kind of side profile view of the case is only 5 millimeters, just the mid case. And if I measure from the top of the bezel insert to the bottom of the case back, I get 12.9 millimeters. Nice large crown on this watch, 7.5 millimeters. And the titanium TD247 weighs just 79 grams on the supplied rubber strap. Okay, I'll show you what it looks like on, but today, first, I am wearing the Cadison Deep Explorer. This is a swatch homage, and man, it just looks great, right? This dial is so dynamic with the light blue indices that turn dark blue. I stuck it on this aftermarket strap, but yeah, you want to see the strap that it comes on. It's a decent kind of a double thickness nylon strap, and it looks good with the this watch color as well. Full video is right up there if you missed it. Oh man, this thing is so light. I mean, if there was ever a summer watch, this is it. 300 meters of water resistance, titanium case, 79 grams on this strap. I mean, it is so light and airy. Talk about, just the feeling of breathability, from having this tropic style strap, and then just the lightness of the watch on your wrist. It just wears like a dream. Wow, that's really nice. So again, I've got an 8-inch wrist, and that's a 50 millimeter lug-to-lug length. So you see that spans out on my wrist pretty well. If you have a smaller wrist, you might be right at the edge of wearability, even though the dial diameter size is, okay, 41 millimeters. But it is a little longer lug-to-lug length. All right, loom time. Man, you could warm tortillas on that loom pip on the bezel. That thing seems to be the brightest feature. I guess, well, it's hard for you to see on camera, but here in person I can see that the loom pip and the handset kind of match. You're probably getting the gist of it now that they are a little brighter than the indices. The indices seem to be fading pretty quickly. So I think that just the handset and the loom pip are going to be your longer lasting luminescence. So again, Tandorio is offering two different movement choices with this watch. This is the PT5000 version, and it comes in at $120 US. There's currently a 10% discount at the time of this recording, bringing you down to $108. And the NH35 version, it lists for $106, currently $95 with a discount. Man, this is a classic case for sure, and I really love the titanium version. This is so light and wears so comfortably. What do you think? Leave your comments down below, and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. I'll catch you on the next one. I'm Whit, with so many watches, so little time and money.